don't know what it is about this discouragement that some of these guys are trying to put on you. It's almost like they don't want you to travel, because if you travel, you will stop listening to them. That's definitely the fact for Anton Daniels. What's good, family? It's your man BMT in the house with another reaction video, and today we're going to be discussing Anton Daniels and AMS. I don't know why we live so rent-free as far as the Passport Bros in these guys' heads. All right, these are some pretty major content creators. Shout out to them. I actually like Anton and AMS, but we're going to break it down. Now, before I even get started, I want to give this video some context, right? And it concerns of speaking outside of your wheelhouse. I'm not oblivious to working with my hands. I'm actually pretty decent with my hands. As far as anything dealing with, repair work on the house, construction, I built out whole entire rooms by myself. But I will say when it comes to cars, auto mechanics and all that, I'm not the best. As a matter of fact, one time way back in the day, in like the mid 2000s, I thought, hey, I'm good with my hands. I can fix the car. I don't have to go to a mechanic or anything like that. And in essence, I messed up a whole entire car, all right? My car at that. Trying to, do something with the radiator. I don't remember what it got in the engine or something like that. But I went outside of my wheelhouse thinking that my expertise with construction and houses and stuff like that would translate to or transfer to, cars, which it didn't. So I say all to say that these guys, they might be good at speaking on certain subjects, but overall, nobody's a subject expert at everything. Let's go ahead and jump to this video with Anton Daniels, all right? And I believe the title of this video, this is a video clip from one of his lives. I believe the title was, Are Black Men Going to Thailand for Women? Passport Bros.
You've gotten wrong is that he's over there living and he's not coming back.
Okay, so they're speaking on MTR. MTR went mega viral last week or something, speaking on going to Thailand. So they're speaking about MTR.
Didn't somebody say he's been there like 2 weeks?
I will say, yeah, they always come back at some point because it's not the same.
Well, he's saying he's not coming back. So the thing is...
Well, first of all, that's a lie, Slimmy, because you can't just go to a country and say, I'm not coming back. You actually have to go through a process to be able to live in another country for an extended period. You got to prove yourself. So you have to...
You've gotten wrong.
All right, so let me stop it right here. Listen, I haven't been back in America. I haven't lived in America in 6 years. In 2020, I went to Colombia. I had made my transition over there. But I said on a live stream that I'm not going back, all right? And I haven't been back in America for over 2 weeks in the last 6 years. I don't think Andre Love Crossing Borders has been back like that. Richie Mack hasn't been back like that. Childversity hasn't been back like that. You can't count a visit. But for the most part, you got many content creators and guys in general that when they say they're not going back, they're not going back. And MTR, I'm pretty sure is financially stable to where he makes his money online. So if he says he's not coming back, maybe he's going back temporarily. But what he means is, hey, man, I'm pretty much got my mindset that I'm out the States. Now, this doesn't apply to every single body, but you can't speak in absolutes like Anton, right? And as far as, you have to be validated and everything like that, listen, he probably doesn't know this, but there are all types of specialized visas. There's multiple visas in all types of countries.
In order to live in another country, you have to apply to be able to stay there long term. You can't say I'm not coming back. You're coming back. Okay, so that's just a thing to say in order to get people rocking on the internet.
Oh, that.
So that statement is false. Obviously, if a man has his mind made up that he's not coming back, he might have spoken into existence. He's not going back. So moving on to my guy, AMS. Now, I like AMS. AMS has been on my show. I believe I might have been on his panel. I don't think AMS does a lot of panels, but he's definitely been on a few of my panels way back in the day. Now, AMS came in on the scene pretty much speaking against dating coaches, the alternative dating coaches. I believe he came on the scene going back and forth with Alan Roger Curry. Rest in peace to ARC. But some of his points are very valid. What he did was pretty much updated, dating in the modern world, basically, because a lot of those dating coaches would have like age dating, like Steve the Dean and Lucario. They wasn't adjusting to today's dating market because a lot of guys have been in relationships for 10, 15, 20 years plus. And they were talking about dating back in the 90s, early 2000s, before, social media. So I will give AMS credit, but for some reason, AMS, anytime, a content creator comes out about traveling or Passport Bros, he will make a video. All right. And this video is a response video because he did a response video to MTR's move to Thailand. The Passport Bros were right. Right. And the whole entire video, obviously, he didn't have the right country. He was talking about Taiwan. He was speaking, once again, outside of his wheelhouse, basically. All right. AMS knows America. He knows about dating in America, to a certain degree. I still don't just agree with him with everything. You know what I'm saying? But, for the most part, this video right here, he's so-called apologized to the Passport Bros. But then again, he's still wrong. So let's go.
In the dating market, you do me a benefit by traveling because you allow me to get more compliance, less competition, more compliance. That's the way that works. So I don't know why this thing, no dating coach can say anything about a Passport Bro, because if you do, he jealous because he ain't gonna get our money no more. You ain't my money no goddamn way.
I don't think anybody's really concerned about money. For the most part, Passport Bros are answering a lot of mistruths, all right? A lot of misconceptions about us for the most part. Like I said before, as far as what I stand for, the Passport Bros, it's an ideology. It's not a club. It's a mindset.
God damn it. Next, most guys don't have the job flexibility to be a Passport Bro. Guys, that was the main point of that video, the reaction video to MTR. That was the main point of it. Most of you guys never will be a fucking Passport Bro because you don't have the job flexibility or you don't make enough money to be a Passport Bro. You traveling 2 weeks out the year don't make you no Passport Bro.
All right, see, this is the thing. Well, that's where he's wrong at. Passport Bros is all about a certain mindset. All right. If you consider yourself a Passport Bro, you might be aspiring to live overseas full time. I was talking to a friend of mine about, budgeting in the States. I remember when I used to, travel to DR 9, 10 times out the year, and I would budget against, anything in the States, basically, as far as socializing and going out. Meaning I would go out, I would, go to Applebee's or some TGIFs, do whatever, date or something like that. And I started saying to myself, damn, I could have spent that same amount of money on a Airbnb in Colombia. I could have spent that same amount of money on a plane ticket, going out one night. They got, plane tickets for $300-400. I spent that this weekend. So, my mind was already thinking about Passport Bro type of ideologies. Like, hey, you know what, man, I'm going to budget myself accordingly so I can spend more time overseas. You don't have to necessarily live overseas to be a Passport Bro.
It makes you a nigga on vacation. That's what you are. That's what you are. Take that goddamn Passport Bro shirt off and go get you a shirt that say nigga on vacation, because that's what you are. You travel 2 weeks out the goddamn year and you think you some goddamn Passport Bro. You ain't no goddamn Passport Bro. You are a nigga on vacation. That's what you are. That's what you are. And it's fine. It's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with being a nigga on vacation. Listen, guys, we gotta just be what we are. We gotta stop being delusional. It's 52 weeks in a year. You traveling 2 weeks out of the country a year, and the other 50 weeks a year, you here. You ain't no goddamn Passport Bro.
All right, man. Listen, like I say, being a Passport Bro is all about mindset. All right. Everybody can't live overseas full time. They might not be in that position. I consider myself to be a Passport Bro, but I was traveling pretty frequently. All right. It's all about, your goals. It's all about, in some cases, even sacrificing. All right. Putting yourself in a financial position. But you can still be aspiring to live overseas or spend a lot of time overseas full time. That still definitely makes you a Passport Bro.
Too many guys, only a small selection of fewer guys who are make their money offline can even claim to be Passport Bros. Most guys are just traveling. That does not make you a Passport Bro. All right. So
Most guys are just traveling. That doesn't make you a passport bro. Sir, by definition, that definitely makes you a passport bro to a certain degree. If you acknowledge the ideology, everybody that travels isn't a passport bro. Like they try to make it out to be, but at the same time, traveling definitely makes you a passport bro.
When I saw all the comments and stuff, and I'm like, there's no way in the hell this many guys can afford to travel and be passport bro. The numbers just don't say that. It's impossible. I know what the medium income in America is. You know, you hear all these guys and they bitch and complain about women want 100K man, 100K man. It's amazing how guys come up with all this money to become passport bros. But
facts. Like I said before earlier, you know, you can leverage your budget by not going out. All right, by not, going out, tricking on dates, paying $200-300, that adds up, man. You know, that definitely adds up. But at the same time, everybody's situation is different, man. Some people might have their cars paid off. People might own their houses. I mean, it takes some time, but you definitely can do it. I don't know what it is about this discouragement that some of these guys are trying to put on you. It's almost like they don't want you to travel, because if you travel, you will stop listening to them. That's definitely the fact for Anton Daniels.
When women say they want a man to make 100K, oh, that 2% of a man is men under 29. But they sure got a lot of money to travel. That's neither here nor there. The point what I'm trying to say, guys, is only a select few of guys, I bet probably 1 or 2%. 1 or 2. The average job gonna give you 2 weeks off a year, 2 to 4 weeks a year, just depending. I know they got all these mental health days now and stuff, because people are just, that's what the world we live in. So I don't know, some of y'all might got 3 months off, right? All these mental health days. I did a mental health day, all this other shit. But by and large, guys, we gotta be logical. You're not gonna be a content creator. You suck. You're gonna work a typical 9 to 5 job that's gonna give you anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks off a year. Even if it's 4 weeks off a year, and I'm talking about, I understand, guys, there are some jobs that have more flexibility than that. I'm talking about the typical job. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about, man.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, as far as being a content creator, I mean, it's many ways to make money online. Content creation, I always look at that as an additional income, for most people. And it doesn't cost a lot to establish yourself overseas like it does in the States. So if you're a content creator and you coming up, man, just keep going. Stay motivated, man. Don't let nobody discourage you, because content is king right now. All right. And if you're in a certain niche, you don't have to necessarily do travel content. You can do content in finance. Finance content does really well on YouTube as far as the RPMs. So I always tell everybody that I know overseas, hey, man, start a YouTube channel. I told guys to start YouTube channels. They didn't take it serious. They end up being back in the States because they didn't take it serious enough. But once again, don't let nobody discourage you from, what your goals and dreams and aspirations are.
They want the 6'4" millionaire. What the you think I am?
Damn, AMS.
What the hell you think I am? They just want the tall millionaire. What the hell do I look like? So, to quote one of my greatest characters, Walter White of Breaking Bad, I am the one who knocks. I am the danger. I am the apex predator. I don't need to go no island to get no leverage. I get it right here in America, baby. I am the one who knocks.
Hey, man, like I said before, you a grown-ass man. Hey, do you, hey, man, have at it. Enjoy. Because I'm going to tell you, I remember seeing AMS being down in Atlanta, and he was striking out every single time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I haven't seen no receipts from AMS. Like I say, dating coaches really don't show receipts like that. They want to date until they 45, 50 and be old bastards and players. Hey, man, a lot of guys in Thailand are married, enjoying their life, starting families, including myself. Have at it, bro. Enjoy. You got that whole market to yourself. All right? That's another reaction video. I'm out. Peace.
Welcome to Thailand.
ChatGPT said this was the hottest spot in town. Jeffrey, Where the real hotspot at?
37 Passport Bros recommend Saruta nightclub. Best nights are Friday and Saturday.
Oh boy, look at her. She said she want to come over tonight. Bro, do you even know her? Nope. You talked to her before? Nope. You met her? You met her before? Nope. Let's do a bad Chica check. A what?
I recommend additional caution, potential risk detected. Multiple traveler warnings have been associated with this profile. Several community members reported negative experiences after meeting this individual. My recommendation, verify identity, meet only in public, and proceed with caution.